Welcome traders, welcome to the live session. Another live session for Thursday. So let's quickly look at the market. Before we start the full analysis, I will be looking at some of the currency as well as XAU USD to see potential trading opportunity. I hope that everyone ready for another trading day. So let's see, including XAU USD and currency that we will be looking at dollar yen as well as euro dollar. We can see that both of this instrument currently showing significant potential trading opportunity in this market. So one by one we'll be doing the first multi-time frame analysis and then we'll look for entry opportunity. So let's begin with first of all XAU USD to see in fact where this market is potentially be heading. And as currently this is in a bullish trend for long term, we might see that some potential bullish setup, or depending on how the price action is forming, we'll be looking to see how the market is structuring in that area. So looking at the lower time frame here, we see there is a long consolidation in this market. Would like to see that one by one potential, how the market potentially be heading in this area. So we see there is a little consolidation here. So that consolidation might be that the market potentially to have a possible a sideway movement, or we might see some liquidity grab in that area. Looking to see that potentially how the price action forming here in this area on the lower time frame, and we see a couple of dodgy formation in this area as well. So lower time frame on XAUSD, this is a structure formation here, and with this structure formation expecting that the market to from this support level, let's see if it is starting for further bullish momentum. And what we can see that in this market, if you look at here, you can see lower time frame, there was quite a few narrow consolidation here. And with this consolidation, if the price managed to break to the upside here, we might see that short-term bullish trend. Or 4-hour chart, we can see there is a dodgy formation on the intraday perspective. So let's see what kind of trading opportunity we may find in this session for those instruments here. So we'll be looking to see that potentially what kind of price action it is forming. And what we can see here, there is a consolidation pattern in this area, forming series of liquidity grab, quite a few long wick dodgy formation. And what I think that here the market, because if you guys looked at the daily opening today, was from the daily, it was in fact a big bullish impulse here on the daily. And that bullish impulse, what we could see the market to potentially, what I think that we may see that a bullish rejection in that area on the daily chart. So I was looking at the daily low here early today. You guys have seen the analysis as well. So we saw that there was a wickless candle from this daily 20 EMA, and that is basically a strong rejection because the previous daily candle was almost more than 1 ATR candle in that area. So with that 1 ATR candle, what we have seen the market to possibly to trend back to the major direction. So we was waiting to see the price to possibly to potentially break this important key level, that we can see the market is possibly heading to that level here. So long-term trend that we can see on XAU USD is bullish, and with that bullish impulse, currently the price is from the lower time frame. Here we can see this is a lower time frame price action, and what you can see here, this is where the market was having a strong bullish price action in that area. So with that bull market, we can see the market is potentially be breaking above this liquidity zone, where there is a significant liquidity in this area. And this is if you guys look at it, you can see this is a high liquidity zone. The market is currently getting that reaction from that level, from this support level here. So if you guys look at here on the daily, what we can see, this is the daily price action, where there was early we have seen a significant rejection from this daily low. So the bulls is constantly looking for that that upside bias, and with this upside momentum, what we can see, the price showing that uptrending movement, and we may see that potential trend continuation here, and waiting for that to price to show that that trend continuation pattern, then we might see the price to ultimately go back to the long-term resistance line here, where if you guys look at it, you can see the price is testing that 4-hour 20 EMA, and with this EMA retest, it's showing that possible trend continuation in that direction here. So at the moment, we will be waiting for a clean impulse, and once we see the market has made that impulse here on a pullback, we can get into the bullish trading opportunity in this instrument. So waiting for the market to give us that setup, and we can see that it's heading to that liquidity zone where there is a high area of value. So looking at area of value is important to see the market is moving in that direction here. So if you guys look at it, you can see that this is a level where the price has got a reaction from this zone, and the trend is very important to look at, especially when you see that the price is forming this kind of bullish price action, and as the major trend is to the upside, and with that major trend, always to look for the market that is giving us that trade in the major direction of the trend. So if you guys look at it, you can see this is a major direction of the trend is up, and the market is in fact showing that uptrending directional bias here, and that's where we can see the market is always follow the major trend, and when we see the market is in a major trend, we look for the market that has always giving us that kind of price action. So the point here is that we need to see that the market is moving in the major direction of the trend where there is a high liquidity. And with that being said, let's look at here on the on this zone here. You see quite a few doji formation here, and with the doji formation, the market is in fact moving in the with the pattern that it has created here. So looking at daily again, this is the daily support, where with this daily support, this is where the market is. If you guys look at it, you can see this is a daily support here, and Now early today also I have posted an analysis on the VIP group. If you guys looked at, as you can see, the previous daily price action where the ATR is very important when we are looking at the long term direction, that the ATR on the daily is more than one ATR. We'll be discussing more about on ATR, how it works. So if you guys look at, you can see this is a ATR here is around 746 pip, while from the daily move here on the single day we have seen 124 pips, which is almost nearly to more than 1.5, almost nearly to 2 ATR. So when you see that that much of ATR in a single day, and also when we see the ATR big ATR candle cross a key level, that's where the market in fact potentially prepare for this potential movement in this. So with that being said, I hope that you guys prepared for another big trading day. Welcome, thank you very much. Welcome. Hello everyone. Hello, thank you. Okay, so here is what we can see, that in this market, okay, so looking at the bigger trend, so from the daily you can see this is a bigger trend, and with this bigger trend, the market is, it's a, if you guys look at it, you can see this is a lower time frame massive bullish trend here. And with this bullish trend, if we look at here, what we can see, the market is heading in that major direction. So what I will be waiting here, guys, is the market to come back here and then to give us that possible entry opportunity. We'll be looking to see where it is heading, and then based on that we can enter into the trade. So let's look at here where we can find. If you look at here, you can see that this is where a big bullish impulse at the moment, and we'll be waiting for possible pullback, and then we'll be re-entering again. Thanks for joining the live session. I absolutely appreciate your support, guys. Let's look at here. If you guys are, all of you are here, let me know. Thank you for joining. Welcome. The key here is to look for a trade that giving in the major direction of the trend. Good day, welcome. Oh, come on. Welcome, thank you. We gotta waiting for that next opportunity. All right, so had a little bit of break. Now if you guys look at here in this market, what we can see, let's see that where the price potentially be heading. Now along with XAUSD, we see that after this breakout, again it's on a pullback. So if you look at here, you can see this is a bounce and then return back. So also we will be looking at how dollar yen is doing at the moment. Now dollar yen, what I have seen early today, we try to open a position, it just has got a reaction from the top. Now dollar yen is in a, if you look at it, you can see this is a 30 minutes price action. Let's keep the double window here. Now here is dollar yen along with XAUSD. So dollar yen, we can see the price rejecting from a very important liquidity zone on dollar yen, and I think that this is potentially be a possible rejection on dollar yen. And if you look at the 30 minutes, you can see its candle close coming here with this 30 minutes price action on dollar yen, and that's an important area of value. So we may see that dollar yen to possibly drop back to that liquidity zone. So we have this 30 minutes candle that we can see it's around 25 pip gap here on the 30 minutes. So what I will be doing, guys, here with 26.7 pip stop loss here, keeping the stop loss, I'm going to open a sell here on dollar yen with strict risk management. This is a risk managed trade, so must be open with proper risk management, and that's the key to become better as a trader. So I'm looking at dollar yen here on the 30 minutes time frame, placing a sell here with a very tight stop loss and high risk reward. So that's the key, putting a sell on dollar yen here and in this area. So we are executing a trade on dollar yen as XAUSD moving in a side with 26 pip to 27 pip stop loss. So we placed a sell on dollar yen, and this is a, if you guys look at it, you can see there is a multiple liquidity gap. I will be also coming up with more in-depth analysis on this one, how we can do that on dollar yen. And with that, the market has crossed this 20 EMA, grabbed the liquidity, and we can see this market currently showing long-term downtrend. So let's once we have opened that position on dollar yen, while it is running in, I would like to do a full multi-time frame analysis here. Guys, keep in mind that opening a trade is not important. The important is that you guys know how trading works. I can't emphasize more than this. If you guys are really passionate about trading, then copying my trade, you might be able to gain some short-term profit, but truly becoming an independent trader means that you know exactly how trading works, and that's what here we are teaching, in helping you guys to learn and grow. Keep in mind, once everyone's goal here to become an independent trader. Do you want to be an independent trader? Say yes in the live chat if you really want to be, and that's what I'm telling you, because no one not gonna tell you the exactly how to become an independent trader. So to become an independent trader, number one is you need to know that the direction of the trend, right? So let's understand from the multi-time frame while we are running this dollar yen trade. And also if you guys opened that trade, say yes, Trevor, welcome, thank you for confirmation. I would like to see how many members here want to be an independent trader. Let's see that if you really are passionate about trading. And also if you want to be an independent trader, then there is a criteria, right? So is that what you actually need to know and learn as a trader. That's also important. So the number one is to be able to read the direction of the trend. So let's understand what is the trend at the moment on dollar yen and in the higher time frames, especially on the daily, right? Looking at daily here. Okay, so if you look at here on the daily, what do you see that? Now this is here the most important part, okay, while we are running the trade, why I have sold this position. Now keep in mind here, look at this, how this daily candle has closed the previous daily candle. That's the key. So you might see that boom, break below. It may not, but highly probability. Trading is all about probability. Once you know the probability, you know that you are betting in the major direction. So what you can see here, this is the daily bull candle, and that daily bull candle is approaching that key level here, okay, so which is the daily key level. Now why it is key level and why today's price action is highly biased towards the downside, let's understand it. Now today's dollar yen price is highly biased towards the downside, okay, so let's look at here, understanding that why today's price action is highly biased to the downside. Now first of all, the major direction of the trend on dollar yen is bearish, right? So if you look at the daily, you can see that here is the daily doji, a big drop followed by this pullback to the 10 EMA, and then we can see that there is a big drop here with a everyday creating series of lower high here. Now with that series of lower high formation, what we can see, the market has formed a narrow daily doji. Now this is where there was also gap open. There is a gap open and there is a daily doji. So this is a liquidity zone. So what is a liquidity zone? Liquidity zone where the smart money interested to buy or sell. So this is a smart money trading. This is a smart money zone where the smart money really wants to sell this market. Now if you wanna be a profitable trader, then you need to trade like a smart money. If you're trading like a retail trader, then it's not gonna make money. So you can see this is a liquidity zone where there is a doji gap open, and see the previous daily candle, how this market has reached that key level with a more than almost 1.5 ATR candle, hit that key level, got a rejection today with a gap open. So the probability for this market to drop to this level, okay, so to this level or even lower than that is very high. That's what we're waiting in. So you can see the 30 minutes price action here, and because this market has got that reaction from the top, we could see that highly likely that the market to potentially to trend. And you can see that there is a also multiple times the market grab that liquidity here, so waiting for the price to potentially trend back down here. So if you look at the 5 minutes, you can see that this is the 5 minutes price action, and there was also a couple of dojis here. The price managed to break below. Now at the moment, expecting that this market to potentially trend back down here, as we can see the price has already tested the support, waiting for the price to possibly break below here. If the market is breaking below to that level, we may see that potentially a trend continuation here, as there has been manipulation here many times. So we can expect for this market to potentially drop down here. So this is what we're waiting to see, that the market to break below to create a new lower low in this market. So there are quite a few dojis here in that area, and with those dojis, we would like to see the price to come back here and then to return back down to this support level where there is an high area of value. Waiting for the market to show that in hand, and yeah, let's wait to see for the price to show that pattern. Once we see that, we can look for further even, you know, another very important point is that, guys, keep in mind that adding to the winning is secret. Okay, so if you guys are trading yourself, it's also important that think of adding to the winning rather than adding to the losing position, so which is also a very, very important price action, and also the trading psychology, trading habit to add to the winning, and that's where you started to gain momentum when you are trading. So adding to the winning is the key, and then running the winner for long enough. All right, so I hope that that's making you that you guys started to understand that how to trade this kind of pattern, and how to add to the winner, how to keep the winner running, and also how to do the analysis. Now you can see that from the dollar yen lower time frame here, it's trying to form another structure. I would like to see that it's breaking below 30 minutes candlestick pattern. It's a big drop here, and with this drop, want to see the market coming here, breaking back below that level to create a new lower low in this market. So we see that there is a complete break here on the lower time frame, 30 minutes, with a bigger candlestick pattern. So would like to see that the market is having that downtrend in this area. So looking at the 30 minutes here, we can see that the market is having that downtrend, and would like to see the price to, so possibly to drop back down here to this where there is a high liquidity, and there is a, you can see there is also the 4-hour 20 EMA. So we see that most confluence here is to possibly to trend back down in the major direction. So there is also a doji formation here, so we'll keep that dollar yen trade running in for possible further bearish move, as we see 30 minutes candle, 1 hour candle closing in just a matter of couple of less than a minute, and this 1 hour candle is also bearish price action that we can see so far. So expecting it to remain bearish. Okay, so waiting for the market to show that potential bearish drop here in that area. This 1 hour candlestick pattern is also it's a full bearish engulfer, crossing that high, crossing that low, which is what we can see that the market is trending with that momentum here. So there is also a 4-hour close. If you guys look at it, you can see this is the 4-hour candle close here, and with this 4-hour close, as quite a few sessions the market has shown that bearish drop, so was expecting little stronger bearish drop. So 30 minutes candle close with a bearish engulfer with multiple liquidity gap, and now there is a wick here. Would like to see that it's getting rejection with the long wick to fill that long wick here, to drop back down here to grab that liquidity in that direction. So where do we see the price to possibly to come here to break that low, to create a new lower low. Here is, we can see that this is the lower time frame, and I would like to catch a couple of pips, good number of pips on dollar yen, as it is in a bearish trend. Would like to see that it's breaking below. We are on a trade on dollar yen at the moment. Let's hold it for some period of time. So while we are looking at dollar yen, let's see what's happening with XAU USD. Now this market, gold is currently, if you guys look at it, you can see this is the gold market where there is a rejection again. Let's see that what kind of price action it is forming on XAUSD. Today's level that we will be looking at while dollar yen running in profit in my account. I hope that you guys also in the same page. So on XAUSD, once this market will be down here, especially coming to that 32.90, 32.88 level, is where would like to see the market to possibly give us a possible entry in this market. So I will be interested to go long. First, would like to see that it's breaking below here. So it's a long-term bull market, but we see that there is a possible there was a downtrend here we saw, and then rejection. So would like to see a deeper correction before we look for any further entry opportunity in this market. I hope that you guys are also on the same page, but because it's a long-term bull market, I do not want to go against the trend. We might see some short-term drop to that. This is the daily support. I think that the price may come back that far or may not come, but once the market will be able to drop to that level on the daily support, we will be looking for entry. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, so daily, this is the daily support. Okay, so the daily support here, and with the daily support, okay, so expecting for the market to drop to the daily support. Once we see the price has dropped to the daily support, we will be looking for that entry opportunity. So if you guys have any question, you can ask in the live chat. Welcome. Anthony, very good, thank you. Amir, welcome. What's the open price for the sell? So dollar yen market price, we are not using pending order on dollar yen. It's a market entry with this tight stop loss. That's what we're waiting to see. Would like to see the market is showing that pattern. And yeah, dollar yen is, so far we can see that this is the bearish price action in that area. And with this bearish price action, you can see there is a bearish engulfer, and 15 minutes chart also. If we look at the 5 minutes, we can see there is a doji, and would like to see that trend continuation. And as we discussed, the dollar yen daily price action is bearish. 30 minutes candlestick pattern also form a middleman here, which is basically a liquidity grab on both sides, expecting that this market to possibly drop back down to the long-term support level here, because it was grabbing multiple times liquidity in that resistance. Would like to see that it's coming back here to this support breaking below, because if once the market will be able to break that support, there is a fair value gap. And as you know, when there is an imbalance in the market, if you are not sure about what is a fair value gap, also you can let us know in the live chat. Thank you. When there is a fair value gap, that's where we will be entering into that trade. That's the key here, to look for an imbalance in the market. When you see the market in an imbalance, we can see that the price, looking for an imbalance is very important when you are looking at a market, because the market moves from imbalance to the imbalance. The market constantly strive for balance, like the universe. If you look at the universe also constantly strive for balance, right? So if you look at, this is the nature of this universe. So that is why you see sometime attaining something is very hard for some people, is because of the not understanding how the imbalance of this universe works. So what happens is that when we place let's say anything excessive importance, which is a kind of balance that need to give, so what happens is that we create an imbalance in the universe, and the universal force always come back to restore that balance by putting that out of balance. So that is why the universe doesn't think anything else but only to restore the balance. So the market also same like this. Market doesn't even in fact think about, you might say, the market, how can market can think. In fact, the people are in the market, right? So their things, all of them thinking in the same direction. That's why the market is moving in that direction, isn't it? So when the market in imbalance, it just move to restore that balance. So there is always the market moves from where there is an imbalance to restore that balance. So if you look at here, you can see that there was a buyers here, right? But this gap, when there is an order block, this gap is where there is an imbalance. Okay, so in that imbalance, it has not been tested by the seller, and that's where the market is about to potentially to restore that balance, to break that low, and that's where looking to trade in the direction of the trend, to look for where there is an imbalance, and then we have a flow that coming in that direction of that imbalance, right? Because the smart money trade in that way. Smart money trade based on liquidity, price action, looking for an imbalance which where the market is about to flow in that direction. So that's how it works, and I believe that you guys started to understand this concept. And more of is that when you see the market from a different angle, okay, so when you look at a market that that is trending and then waiting for that trend to give you possible entry, that's where you started to trade. And also along with doing proper risk management, holding the trade for the full TP, and that's all you need to become a better trader, along with having a proper strategy. Alright guys, so hope that you are enjoying. Make sure you give a thumbs up if you like it. Let's wait here to see. is that, can you consider the Asian gap as the part of the FBG around 3290 on 15 minutes? Let's look at while we running the dollar yen trade. 15 minutes on XAUSD, the Asian gap. Okay, so Asian gap is, if we look at here, what we can see on XAUUSD, what we can see here, this is the Asian opening on XAUSD, right? So this is the daily support. Okay, so here is what we can see, that this is the daily support. Now Asian open is absolutely important, because if this daily price coming back here to this support level, we can expect it to bounce back up from that zone. Okay, so this is a very important area of value. Asian gap is not an FVG, it's an area of value. So this is an FVG here. So if you look at here, you can see this is a swing high. So this resistance tested as support, but this resistance, if you look at here, this is an important resistance, has not been tested. It's an imbalance. So highly likely we could see the market to drop here. All right, thank you very much. That's how we will be waiting. Thanks for that. Now we see that dollar yen is moving in that direction that we expected. Let's keep that that instrument. Now at the moment, what we can see, looking at for the possible on XAUSD, if there is any entry, we can see there is a, we have seen that liquidity grab, and the market is now started to see where it might be heading to. Now what we can see, that in this area that the market started to break below this support level, and as this price has tested that high, this daily support level is key for the market to drop and moving back here to that liquidity zone, waiting for the price to come back here. And this this zone where there is a Asian session low is where there is an imbalance in the market. Okay, so we can see that after long week candle formation in that area, the market started to return to that support, and with that break on XAUSD here, the possibility for the previous swing low to break is high, and with that possibility to break this previous swing low is where we can see the market to come back here to this liquidity zone. And that's what we're waiting to see for the market, while we see dollar yen is showing us that possible downside here in that area. We are on the trade and expecting to break that support on dollar yen to drop back down here to our potential profit target. Still holding it with the proper risk management, which is key. To maintain risk management is the number one priority when we are opening the day trades, and the swing trade is very important, because in any trading there has to be any kind of risk management in place. Otherwise, that long term you're not gonna be profitable. So if you are a beginner, then the first step is to know the risk management, how it works, and then trading based on that. So looking at here, what we can see, this is a doji here. So if you look at here, you can see 4-hour candlestick pattern where there is a bearish candle. Now we have seen back-to-back 4 sessions the market dropped, and with that 4-session drop, we can expect for the price to potentially come back here to this, where there is an important area of value. Now looking at the 1 hour candle close with a bearish engulfer. This is what again the market had a reaction. So if the market is again reversing from that level, that's a different way of doing. So would like to see that it's forming that head and shoulder, and then to return back with this head and shoulder formation. Now there's a 4-hour close, and then the market tested the low. Now here there is a pullback. Now this pullback, would like to see that how far the market is trying to return back from the daily. Leaving it here. So let's see what's happening with XAUSD. Now, as we discussed, that this market may come back to the daily low, which we can see that it's breaking below in that direction. And as I mentioned earlier, that this is a long-term bullish market, so not looking to sell at the moment, though we might see some short-term drop here. But I will be happy to see that Like, I think that everyone will agree with me that for the market to drop to that daily low, okay, so and that's where the opportunity may come for a bounce. So if you look at here, you can see this is the daily low here, and from the daily low, waiting for a possible bounce in that area, waiting to see that to happen. And here is that the market to potentially there is a liquidity gap here. You can see that it's a complete breakup structure, where you can see the market is heading back to that. And so you can see that here in that area, would like to see for the market to break that low and then to return back down with this directional bias. And what we can see that in this area, after break of this high, for the price to return back down and then potentially to trend to the support level to create a new lower low. So we can see dollar yen from this level started to break below, and okay, so dollar yen in this area, after break of this high, the market started to return back to the direction and waiting for that price to come back here and then to return back. We'll be looking to see that potential trend in this market. So here we can see that the market to possibly to return back in that area, and I hope that you guys can see the screen. Okay, so here is the one that we can see in this area. Now what we can see that on XAUSD, for this market to possibly in this area where the price slowly trying to return back down in that direction. So if you guys look at it, you can see this is the daily chart. Again, refreshing the analysis to the daily support and then to return back again to the upside. So what we can see for this market to drop down here to the daily low, that's what we're waiting to see for the market to show its hand. So here we can see a little consolidation on dollar yen, and that consolidation might lead that price back to the downside here. And what we can see here in this area, that for the price to this is the 4-hour price section where I was looking to see if the market to potentially to bounce for a pullback, do you think? Or I think still not ready for a bounce. We may see that possibly to retest of this 20 EMA. And for the long-term picture, if you look at the daily, you can see there is a daily rejection from the top. So the only thing that we need to look, this 30-minute candle closed, the bulls are not very strong here, so still we can expect for the market to remain bearish. So you can see there is a 30-minute candle closed, and that being said, expecting it to again return to the support level here. So narrower candle formation, so we're waiting to see the market to come back here to the support level. While we can see that XAUSD is also in a long trend here, wanting to see the market to drop back down. A dollar yen moving in the direction. If you guys are with me, you can give a thumbs up here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. Here is what you can see that on the lower time frame. This is the 5 minutes and the 1 minute chart and 30 minutes price action as well. We can see there is a bearish price action, so waiting to see the market to potentially trend in the major direction here. While you can see that also, what do you think, guys, coming up? If we look at here on the calendar, looking at the Forex factory. Okay, so looking at the calendar here, coming up, we saw that the unemployment claim was flat, so there isn't any significant change in the forecast with the data on unemployment claim on dollar, and that is why we didn't see a very aggressive move in the market. I think now it's time for the price to drop for a pullback, and once we see the market has done enough pullback, if you guys look at it, you can see this is a long doji formation here, and with this here on the zone where especially breaking that low here is an important zone that you will be looking to see. Along with dollar yen, also would like to have an entry on the gold. Okay, so here is, we can see there is a doji expecting that the market to potentially trend back down here. All right, guys, and also we had giveaway yesterday. One of the lucky winner from this live session have been able to join the academy, and today also at the end of the session there will be giveaway. So if you guys are want to, any one of you lucky winner will be able to join the academy at the end of the session, so make sure you stick till the end to enter into that competition to entry to the academy for lifetime access of everything. So if you are winning this giveaway, then you can access everything in the academy for the lifetime. So this is a great way to also increase your learning, and that's why this giveaway, one member every day will be able to join the academy to become a lifetime member. Lifetime member means that any tools coming in the future also you will be able to access, not only the courses but also all my strategy, and all my strategy, as for those who are in the academy, you know that I have automated all the strategies. And if also anyone wants to learn how to automate your strategy, also there will be available, because here in Forex Trading Wizard Academy is we have everything to help a trader. Either you are a scalper or a day trader, swing trader, all the strategy. And as you know that for those who are following me for a long time, you know I have experience that is not a very good experience. Okay, sometime I shared, but long time has not been shared with you. You know, I started with a big loss in trading, but that has given that understanding of how trading works. So if you guys not being able to make money, then don't be hopeless, because it's all about becoming more of first to make money in trading. One must understand how trading works. Okay, so it took me 3.5 years to know that actually how trading works. And once you know how trading works, you started to understand that how to trade. And that's why the community here, for those who are in the academy also, you guys, I saw that posting every day, helping each other, which is very good to see that, posting charts and posting information, because especially when there is an event there's something happening. Probably you don't know you have a trade, and just to see that it was about to hit the profit target, just return back to the stop loss. So that's why keeping up to date is also essential, right? So if you guys on that page, and also welcome, it makes great sense with the right discipline should make your trading strategy work. Right discipline, thank you, Anthony. Now the thing is that no one can make my trading strategy work. It works. Okay, so the thing is that here a trading strategy, we cannot rely on a strategy that is not back tested, right? How do you enter giveaway, Zamir? Okay, so at the end of the session there will be giveaway. So once, if you guys are staying at the end, then you'll see this various competition. You'll write a keyword on the live chat, and from that we'll be picking up you to join the academy. Trading on 30 minutes, price breaks below, I'm putting another sell. You are putting sell, it's dropping, but I am not selling because I really don't like to trade against the trend, because trading against the trend is trading against the flow. But it, as I mentioned, it may drop here, but the major trend is up. I will be there at the end, brother. Welcome, thanks for. So how can you please explain about weak fills on higher time frame like 4 hour? Okay, so weak fill is a very important concept. All right, so weak fill is now it's a two-edged sword. Okay, so if you look at the weak fill, it's a two-edged sword. If you guys look at it, you can see that what is in fact weak fill. Now weak fill, you can see here is a weak fill as well. Okay, so if you look at here also weak fill. All right, so many areas that you can see that weak fill, but how do you find the candle that possibly have a weak fill? That's the key. Not about the weak fill, but what candle, because it's a two-edged sword. You might see that at some point the weak is a rejection. All right, so the weak can be a rejection or can be a fill. So how do you know that this weak is a rejection or it's a weak fill? So let's try to understand that, which candle to see that weak fill or which candle to see that it's a rejection. Now if you see that the long wick is created, you can take note, the long wick is, if you see a candle has more than 1.5 ATR or 2 ATR, had a long wick, and that long wick has got a rejection from a key level, never think of weak fill trade. We could see that weak fill, but you will see that it's just a rejection. Okay, let me give you an example. These are the real education that you won't find it, so make sure you take notes. And also here, look at this one here. Let me replay the chart. So you can see there is a long wick and it's a big candle. Especially if you don't know how to calculate the ATR, you might be looking to see if it is a big candle. Okay, so dollar yen is what's happening. It's getting a rejection here. It happens. So the key here to look for the 4 hour to look at. So here is what you can see that on the lower time frame. This move is not very trendy, and So you see some potential pullback here. So looking at 30 minutes again, okay, if you look at the 5 minutes, also there is a long wick. So especially the 5 minutes price section, we can see there is a long wick, and so you're on this trade on XAUSD 37. So dollar yen is so looking at here on the 4 hour, this candle has a primary bounce. Now to look at this market, because it couldn't break this previous candle's low, we can see some bullish bias here. Now with this bullish bias, there is a long wick, and so this candlestick pattern showing little bullish bias. So let's see after the close of this candle if the market is again returning back to the major direction. So if we see that not showing a very stronger bearish, we may manage the trade in the middle for a potential break even. So we'll be waiting to see that it's being able to break the low here. Would like to see first of all it's coming back again to the direction. Sometimes the market just become choppy after a big drop. Okay, so dollar yen is not moving as expected, so we could do here a possible trade management. We have entered earlier here, so at the moment, now with that move on dollar yen, we will be waiting for this is the 15 minutes and the lower time frame price action. This is the 1 minute. So the 1 hour candle that on dollar yen, we can see that it's a so we'll keep running it until we see the market has again returned for a pullback here. We'll leave that on dollar yen, keep running. We have done the risk management, so which is the key at the moment. We will see it's reach that resistance. We'll be waiting for a possible rejection. So if it have that rejection, that's where you could see the market again to come back to the baseline. We'll be looking to see here where you can see dollar yen on the 1 minute, and looking at on XAUSD, that what kind of price action it is forming on XAUSD from the so this is the where what's happening. Yeah, lower time frame on XAUSD, after break of this high, the price slowly coming down. Okay, so you can see there is a 15 minutes bearish price action in that area on this one. So with that 15 minutes price action on gold, so you can see the price almost drop to that support level that we are talking about. This is a 5 minutes price action here, while dollar yen price action is currently short term, possibly to okay, so you can see the here is showing a rejection from the top, from the bottom. So there is a false breakdown here, and which currently getting that reaction. We'll be waiting to see here on XAUSD. It's on a here in a local downtrend. Looking at that 1 hour candlestick pattern, and if this current price coming directly to the daily support, which we might see to drop, then we will be straight going for potential buy once we see the market has dropped that far. So you're going to 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Now dollar yen started to trend back. We'll be waiting to see how it might be forming. Here we can see that on XAU USD that this market is currently potentially having a break of support, and with that break of support expecting it to come back here to that daily that we discussed, to the daily support. We'll be waiting to see how far it might be coming down here. And yeah, that's the key here, to look for a market that is trending and then to trade in the direction of the trend. I will be there. Welcome. NY session. Thank you. Okay, so here is with that on this one on the lower time frame. Gold, we could look for sell, but I really want to trade in the direction of the trend. It may highly likely that you see the price to, because this is gonna be a very good level to potentially open position 3288. Let's wait for that to potentially happen. There is a probability for short-term drop. So here if it started to drop, we might see that coming to almost 240 pip drop, but because it's against the trend trade, anytime we could see a potential spike. That's what I'm waiting, not to take that spike in that direction. So if the price coming directly to the daily support where 328990 level, let's mark that level properly, and with that level marked in that area. All right, so here is the marked level on this, and if this current candle, which is the 4-hour one, coming directly dropping here, we will look for buy here, by pending order. And let's see that if we can place the pending order well before, so that we can catch that potential move. So couple of dodgy $15 minutes. Dollar yen starts to break below again, waiting for that possibly to happen, while okay, so getting some long wick rejection here. we see there is a 4-hour candle close coming. This is a bearish engulfer, and okay guys, so here what I'm going to do, as we mentioned that we are looking for possible drop here, because there's a 4-hour candle closing, there is a probability after the candle close for the market boom to drop here. So I'm placing a pending order for short-term possible sell. This is a sell stop in that area with almost 100 pip stop loss. So key that guys, of course, do the risk management is the key to the daily support. If it breaks this low here, that's where we will be on the trade. So while we are running the dollar yen, sell stop here, placing that sell stop, and sell stop at 3311.61, stop loss at 3321.71, TP target at 3291. Placing a sell stop here on XAUSD. So placed a sell stop on XAUSD, and I think that if the market managed to break below, we might see that drop. So this is where waiting for that possible place the sell stop, and with the candle close, if the market drop back down here, that's where you will be entering the trade. There is a long week doji, and so there is a long week doji, expecting that the market to trend in that direction. So a strong breakdown expected. Let's wait for the market to drop in that direction. Dollar yen also running, and if this market breaking below, we will be on the trade. This is a we know that long-term trend is up, but there is a fair value gap here. There is an imbalance, as we discussed in the beginning, so we may see that drop, and waiting for that the market to, if it breaks below, we will be on the trade, and we'll get in the trade for short term. So waiting to see. Now if it is not breaking low, then probably we'll see that the market to not to bounce here. Dollar yen has started to reject from the top, so we will hold it. The probability for a drop is high on dollar yen. And okay, so if the market is having that bounce, we may see that now if it is not breaking below, then we are not on the trade. Let's wait to see what kind of price action is trying to form. And by the way, guys, if you haven't liked this stream, if you are enjoying this live session, enjoying the trade, then it will be helpful if you guys like the stream. At the end there will be giveaway, so one lucky winner from this live session will be able to get into the academy for free. So it's just to help the community, help the traders to learn and grow. And for those who will be winner of this lifetime access, not only the strategy, you guys can access all my tools. That means that all my trading tools that we developed in the academy, and also all future tools, AI trading tools, as well as all the indicators. I don't use any normal indicator. It's basically price action based 10 and 20 EMA, the trend following indicators, just to help us to understand the trend. So already we had our member came from the winning yesterday, though we do have regular members coming, but those who are winner, you guys are lucky winner for this academy to be here for the rest of your life. So to be in that, stick till the end. And also if you are in the academy, also I would highly encourage you to focus on your education, learning and growing. So you see that on XAUSD, place the pending order, waiting for a possible trigger here. I think, do you guys think that it's gonna break below? I think so. What do you think? I think so. It might be coming here. Dollar yen also almost nearing to our entry, so let's try to win both trades on dollar yen as well as on XAUSD. Let's wait, because dollar yen our entry a little below, so if it breaking below, then we will be on the trade. While XAUSD, my trade is active on gold, and yeah, waiting for that drop. I think we might see that rejection to the downside here, possibly, and nothing guaranteed in trading. So if you guys risking everything, that's also you need to think of that. Nothing guaranteed in trading. There is always a certainty or uncertainty of bounce back up. So yeah, here is waiting to see that. Yeah, we see that break, and let's catch couple of peeps, quite a few peep here on XAUSD. If we drop even halfway, we'll be able to catch 140 peep even to this level here. So daily low is here. I would like to keep the trade at least to this level here. Let's wait to see that for the market to drop, as there is an imbalance here. If you start to drop, we might see boom, direct drop, and the market refresh the trend with a liquidity grab. You see, the real trading is here, isn't it? The only thing that we need to know is that the market, we are trading based on a proper strategy, based on the risk management. Okay, so here is this is a trending market, and as the market refresh the trend, has broken that support, we can expect at least to halfway or further. And how many of you are running the trade? I would like to target 100 pip at least here, though we have a bigger target. Let's first look at here at 100 pip, and if we can get that 100 pip is a big deal. Then we may be able to extend further, or we can manage the trade accordingly. But so far I see possible downside here. Now with that you can see with the liquidity grab, it may melt further to the downside, that we can see possibly. Are you guys running this trade with me? Another giveaway. Good morning. Yeah, every day almost giving away. I think USD going to break little further down. Should we put trade to BE? Not yet. I'm not putting it to BE yet. Yeah, thank you. I'm not placing any BE yet because we would like to see how far okay, so here is, this is where the price action here is still to me possibly too bearish. All right, so this 1 minute close is important because you'd like to see that it's showing that bearish price action, while you see dollar yen also moving in that direction. Now yeah, so the price action on the lower time frame here on the 5 minutes, two doji and red candle, both of them are bearish price action. And with that both bearish price action, expecting it to trend back in the direction. Okay, so if you guys running the trade, say yes on the live chat, that you know that you guys are running the trade. Okay, so I see how many members running the trade. Ellen, Keith, Zamir, welcome. Okay, so the trend is bearish. Legends, Hedry. Yeah, I'm on the trade, of course. It's running in. It's triggered here. Johnny, welcome. Anyone else running the trade? Now, with this price action, it's getting some upside here. Dollar yen is coming down, which is good to see that. It's now below our entry. It's getting some dollar yen is moving in our favor. So here, say USD, the trend to continue to drop back below if it wants to, and that possibly to be in the direction. Dollar yen below our entry at the moment, so dollar yen running in good profit, and let it run here. Now gold in a very crucial level. So okay, dollar yen holding it. Just looking in multi time frame to see the price action, how the price action is building. Now do this one here. It dropped well below, and if it move completely upside from here, it will be very unusual, but I think that it's just getting more momentum for further drop. We can see that possible break below here. So here with a long wick doji, it's the 1 hour, and 30 minutes. Okay, there is a 5 minutes closed, and okay, now with the long wick, that's where it's now possibly to return down. Sometime if you guys look at it, you can see this is a it's breaking below, and suddenly we have seen that unusual bounce. Now this is a here there are two candlestick pattern has formed, and those candlestick pattern is a bearish pattern. Suddenly there is a bounce at near our entry, while we can see the dollar yen as well has dropped down here. Let's see. Yeah, I still think that the market to come further below, and because as we know that it's a long-term bull market, but before it started to trend back to the major direction, as it started to trend here downtrend, we could see that deeper drop before it started to bounce in the major direction. Now on dollar yen, here what happened is that the market forming series of lower high, getting rejection. So dollar yen as well, expecting it to break below. So XAUUSD also showing downtrend on, while we can see the dollar yen as well. Yeah, so it's now below our entry here in this. So if you guys are on that, we are running in profit. Let's keep running it. All right, so we'll be holding it to break this swing low. We'll be holding it to break this swing low here, and once we see the market has broken potentially, if that's what we're waiting to see, if it break that swing low here, we will be if it breaks that swing low, we can bring some, moving the stop loss somewhere here for reducing the risk. Okay, so here is a long wick, 1 minute. Okay, so this is a liquidity grab in that area. That liquidity grab might bring that price back below, waiting for the market to bring that. Hey guys, enjoying the live session? So if you're enjoying, make sure you give a thumbs up. Yes, welcome. Yes, welcome. Here is the price action here is bearish, but dollar yen has dropped well below and moving back up. I will still keep running both of this trade, as gold is gain momentum again. So we are on the potentially to the right side here on gold, and so waiting to see that break below as it gain momentum. And patience is key, as I mentioned, guys. When we are trading, patience is key, because when you are patient, that's where you started to take the bigger trade. And being patient means that you know that the trade highly likely will go in your favor, or in worst case hitting the stop loss, but you have done the risk management, right? That's patience. So to be patient, you need to know that what's your risk here. All right, so if you don't know how to be patient, then don't worry, don't be patient, right? So that's how it works. Patience is a practice, it's a muscle, and that's why I encourage you to also watch the live session, because when you're watching the live session, you are waiting here long time looking at the trade. And I believe that if you guys not only believe, it's the reality is that the only way in this planet Earth, okay guys, what I'm saying, if you really want to be a successful trader, then the only way in this planet Earth is to watch the live session. You'll not find anywhere in this world where you'll sit with you, someone will teach you how to trade, right? No one. It's not gonna happen. There's no because this is how it works. Why it's bouncing back up again, we want to see it's breaking below. That's what we're waiting to see. So that's why it's very important that you guys watch the live session fully, and then trade, learn the risk management, trade based on a strategy. We can see the market is possibly to break below. Yes, I am on the trade. I am both running dollar yen as well as XAUSD. So here is what you can see. The market is coming back in that direction, waiting for the market to break the low. Here is that, so waiting to see. Okay, dollar yen would like to see it breaking below on XAUSD. Here is on the support level. also like to see that coming down here. There's a doji, and with this doji expecting it to coming back, so holding it. We are below again to the profit zone. Let's keep it running. I think the market to possibly break that low here. It's getting some struggle here to drop. The market is really struggling here in that area, but would like to see that it's dollar yen is coming down potentially, and this one, if we look at 4-hour, it's really weird to see the 30 minutes closing as a long wick. Now in the next 5 minutes, let's see how the price action is doing. We would like to see that the market here breaking below. If not breaking, then we do not need to hold it for very long. Now if it is a reversal here, so that it's almost dropped to that level, and dollar yen is slowly preparing with a structure. Now here this one, looking at the so like to see if it is a red trend reversal. So there is a rejection. Now this is a trend continuation, or where it is heading to. 5-minute chart. Because it's failed to create a new lower low. There is a breakup structure. Market has broken completely from the structure and was waiting for a change of trend. But let's see now, as there is a 30 minutes closing here. So there's a 30 minutes candle closed with a long wick doji here. Unexpected bounce to the upside and holding on to that because the market is from here has it didn't follow the price action. Now at the moment, either the price to come back here for a retest, or it might grab more liquidity and then come back, or we could see that marching with the long-term trend again. So very top, and like the dollar yen, it's also on the top. So it reversed without any proper confirmation. So we are out with the trade, and with the trade out, it happens sometime with dollar yen running in. We will be waiting for that the market to still hit those lines here. So it just has got a bounce from this previous resistance and support. I was expecting to drop further, but you see that there is a break of structure and then return back to the upside. So it changes the momentum, and without even retesting that level, it started to trend back up. So we may see that this market, if we look at the daily, to potentially to return back to the daily level again. So now here we will be waiting for that the market to come for here a pullback and then to revert back up again. So if you look at here dollar yen, you can see there is a, in this area there is a head and shoulder, and the market started to come down here, waiting for that the price to possibly this is an uptrend here, and so with this, because it had that breakout, so we may see that now to possibly to move in the major direction of the trend. So locally, this is the 5 minutes candlestick pattern. There is a bounce here, as you can see the dollar yen as well. There is a drop here, and waiting for the price to lower time frame. Let's look at here one on XAUSD. It's changed, it's just long-term trend, and with the change of the long-term trend, it may be moving, trying to back to the daily level. 4-hour chart, there is a rejection. Dollar yen, I'm holding it. We are still on the trade because it has consolidated here. So the possibility for dollar yen also to drop down is higher. Holding it on dollar yen here, while say USD in this area, I think if we look at $30 looking at the lower time frame, now either it can start to break below here, or it can return again back to the upside. The way price action is forming is that the possibility to coming to that support, Okay, so here there is a, this is the nearest support here, and would like to see that it's, so if we see that this overextension here and again started to bounce, we could see that potential change of trend, and I think that's what the market currently aiming for this potential change of trend. As you can see, this is a 1 minute chart. It's a complete, all of them now red and hitting that key level. Key level means the lower time frame key level, not higher time frame. And 15 minutes, huge long wick. See, the market sometime moves without any following, without any specific pattern, and that's where it comes down to the risk management is very important, because sometimes strategy will not work, and that's no strategy works all the time. Sometimes it might not work, and you can see here with that drop, it's getting that reaction in this area. And what I'm going to do, guys, here we'll be placing a buy stop in this area above this swing high, and if the market breaking below here, we'll be taking a big one to the daily resistance line. So with a tight stop loss here, so around if the market breaking that high, we will be on the trade. So it's a buy stop. So placing a buy stop at 3320. $3320.75. So TP at 3335.97. So placing a buy stop on XAUSD. So XAUSD active now. Place the buy stop. So basically it's a running trade. XAUSD, open another position and running in on XAUSD, expecting it to trend back to the daily resistance. So this is how trading is, guys. Dollar yen, we started to move in our profit zone. Now this one want to hold it for bigger profit so that we can catch the previous one plus this one 150 pp we can catch it, and waiting for that market to trend back to the upside in the major direction here. Dollar yen again just trying to drop but struggling, but I think if it breaks below here, we could see that coming back to the support level here on dollar yen. Okay, so here is XAUSD coming because it has broken that swing low. The probability for this market to go up is higher, and that's what we're waiting to see. we always need to keep a bigger profit target. That's the key. Are you guys with me? So you have opened that, and that's how you know that if you guys trading for some time, you know that in trading there is no way to become insisting in one direction, and that's why sometimes it becomes hard for some trader, because you know, if we think that we are bearish, at some point the market changes its direction. When the market changes its direction, we need to change our direction. Okay, so that's why sometimes trading is hard for some, is because we, you know, our brain is wired to remain, you know, like, you know, what I said is what I mean, like that. But in trading it's very flexible. Okay, so you know, probably we were thinking to go long, and then in just 2 minutes later we saw the market changes direction, sentiment changes. We have to be okay to change the direction. That's how being a trader means, that you are flexible in your approach when needed. When the market flexible, you have to be flexible, because no one has hand over the market. Only market moves in its own direction. So that is why being a trader means that you are okay to be wrong, and you are okay to be in the direction that you thought may not go, but when it goes, we take big, right? So you can see that it's now both of this trade going in our favor. The first one didn't go the gold, but it's now going, and now we need to take the big profit so that we can be on the side of where we are expecting. Okay, so here as you can see the market trend up and holding it, we might see the price to directly go back to the daily resistance line. So waiting to see. And now dollar yen is coming down and holding it on dollar yen, which is growing in the direction, while XAUSD also growing in the direction. Alright guys, you with me? So with this trade, say yes if you are running this. Currently you are running 71 pip profit. Dollar yen has grabbed multiple liquidity, expecting to break below, while XAUSD also slowly gathering that liquidity. And dollar yen moving in our favor, let it move down, while we can see XAUSD as well showing that potential bullish momentum. Let the trade grow potentially to the upside. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, you can do so. Thank you. Are you still on dollar? Yes, I'm still on dollar yen. Are you close entry price? No, not yet. Running in. Dollar yen, I'm still running in, and gold also running in. Would like to hold both of that. Gold is now more than our previous trade, and so holding it for the big one. So dollar yen is in our favor, while we can see XAUSD is moving in the direction here. Like to see here a trend continuation, and we can see from this support it's getting that reaction. A bullish engulfer is being formed, and okay, so we are on the right direction at the moment and running it in for which is going in the bullish side. But you can see here that the market trend is up and expecting it to potentially to go back up to further, right? So it may return back to the daily resistance line. Come on. Don't want to take that back. 71p. Just going opposite. And if you look at here, this is the it's got a rejection. Guys, look at the market is sometime okay, so this is a breakup structure here. Now for a potential trend continuation, we should be able to see the market to break above. If not breaking above, then we might see that the trend not continuing. We'll see that. Okay, so there is another amount of liquidity grab here. Okay, the bias looks to me still bullish, so I'm holding it. While dollar yen again rejected to the upside, which is very unusual price action. Really, you have to see the dollar yen. While okay, so the price action on gold is so far showing potential gold price again slowly potentially to, we can see the bulls still making that reaction to the upside. So I'm still holding it. If you wanna catch all those possible move from here, because when the market trend is bullish, we are better to keep that hold on. With risk management is the key. Now here, whenever the market coming down, there is a rejection coming. So that being said, the possibility to move up is, however, at the same time getting reaction from this support. So from the 1 hour, okay, so here is the last candle that we can see, a long wick pin bar here. I think that's a if this 1 minute candle is remaining respecting as a bull candle, we might see the trend continuation, and we might be in the direction of the trend that we can see. And potentially we are potentially the market to bounce, and I'm holding it, while dollar yen again moving in a sideway. This one holding it for possible a bounce, and I think we may see that possible bounce as the price has grabbed liquidity many times here, and expecting for the market to have that movement to the upside to the major direction of the trend. You know, anything can happen, but here what I think that there's a probability for a bounce back to the upside to this where there is a, you can see there is an imbalance as we discussed in the beginning, and as the market wants to move in the imbalance, we may see that the price to possibly trend back up. As you can see, there is a doji here again, and now 15 minutes closing. This is a, for me, this is a potential bullish price action, so still expect it to remain to the upside. Holding it. XAUSD trade for me, I think still we can expect it to trend back to the upside. And looking at, okay, so here this is the 15 minutes. This is a very interesting price action formation here, and come on, fair attempt from the buyers. Okay. Still holding in, and I think let's wait to see now for the market again going back up to the resistance line. So we are almost at entry. It's a very interesting price action here. We are almost at entry, and now for this market to if it is not very strongly bullish, we may be looking to see how we can manage the trade. It's still showing that bullish price action, which is good, and this is the expectation because the market already moved quite a few pip here. We didn't take it, but getting some potential reaction from the top, and so maybe this trade here coming down to that liquidity zone, and probably it's a failed attempt again from the buyers, so getting some reaction here. So the market went in a pullback, still holding it as it may just so when we see that if we look at here this move, it's a clean one move. So when you see a move like that, it more sometimes fail to go higher high. So at this point, what we can do here is to this is the 15 minutes, and this is the 5 minutes price action. Looking forward to see if this market to trend back up or to return again. So here back to narrower bullish candle, and okay, so if it is a liquidity grab here, we can expect moving back up to the resistance line. I'm still on the trade. being patient is very important when you are in a trade, because trading requires a lot of patience, and that is the highest quality of a trader, is to remain patient in any situation. Here is that the market, I'm still holding it, and I think that if it bounce back up, we might see that going to the resistance, though we could see that rejection. So if you guys think that you didn't do the risk management, I would highly encourage you to do the risk management, and then, because anything can happen. Okay, so it might still be moving up from here, or it again could drop back down for another drop. Now looking at here on the 5 minutes, wanting to see that it's breaking out. We may see that trend continuation. Well, dollar yen also is still on. Welcome. Yeah, hope you are well. I'm good, thank you. Thank you very much for joining the live session. Yes, we are looking forward to see that the market to potentially remain bullish here. We see little bit of consolidation, but there was a here, this is a significant support that we saw that has broken below that support and then reacted to the upside. Now here what we're expecting is to form a possible inverted head and shoulder, and then to return back up. So looking at the 15 minutes again, we see there's this 15 minutes candle is closing, and with this candle close, if we see the market, this candle is closing as a potentially a doji, that we may see that the next one to continue in the direction. 1 minute candlestick pattern is showing that from the support level form an inverted head and shoulder, wanting to see it's breaking in that direction. Here is the market trend is showing bullish. Dollar yen also we see again another pullback, and dollar yen I am still holding it for that it grab again another liquidity, while say USD moved to a crucial level, again entered into the profit zone, and with that profit zone entry, okay, so here is this doji scanning to the upside. Now 15 minutes closing, and with this 15 minutes candle close, what would like to see that it's closing as a long wick, so that the next one being able to that if it is closing as a narrow doji, the next one expecting to move back to the upside. Sometimes the market moves in this way, which is basically not showing a stronger trend, but is basically preparation for a potential bigger move. So we can see here slowly gaining that momentum, which is good to see that it's moved back up again in our favor in the direction of the trend, while dollar yen might so looking here on dollar yen, say USD has got a reaction. Okay, the 15 minutes price action on XAUUSD after the candle close. Again, this is where we can see the market is not being able to break that high. So when the market it's choppy, so we have to wait to see for the market to expand. To the 4-hour, so what kind of price action we see? Dollar yen managed to bounce again, and with this one here, So there is a breakup structure, 1 hour 15 minutes. The market potential is set for bearish here. In both cases, the price have dropped well below, but finally it just managed to return back. So it might now trend to break any of this swing low. Complete breakup structure. So in this market at the moment, looking at the 1 minute again, so if because the market couldn't create a new higher high, if this market going up to this level here to the entry, we might be exiting the trade, as it failed to create a strong uptrend in that area. $15 minutes, very unusual breakdown, and let it I'm still holding it to now. At the moment, our target is to take it to the break even at entry. So if the market is going to that here to the break even, we will be out with the trade. So in this area, what we can see that it's on a consolidation, and it may continue to downtrend, or it may bounce back up again to this level, to this resistance line. So at this point, what I'm going to do here, guys, is that I will be bringing my TP to the stop loss, so that will be with the trade break even if the market is moving up for another bounce. So moving the TP, that means the take profit target, at this level here at entry. So bringing the TP at entry, if the market going up to retest, then we will be exiting the trade from that level. And yeah, so today the market trend is, someday you'll see the market will not trend as expected, but we see that there was in fact a very good move early, and then it just has got back down for another liquidity grab. So in this area, the moment it may continue to downtrend, or we could see another wave of upside here. Thank you. Okay, so you can see that it's trying to push back up. So as soon as it's gonna reach to our entry, we will be going out at entry. So you see that bounce. If you guys want, they have done the risk management. If you want to hold it, it's up to you. But from my side, I will be exiting at entry. So it's gonna be a break-even trade. It may still could possibility to trend, as we see there's some upside coming in that area. Having a strong bounce or nearing to the entry. Okay, so yeah, so it's going up to the entry. Waiting to close, possibly at entry. Now it is still can possible to trend back to the fully to the TP, but I will be that as it is at entry, depending on if you have proper risk management, that up to you if you want to run, or it may again return depending on how it is doing. Heading back to the entry. Are you guys with me with this trade? it is still possible to have a strong bullish trend. Okay, at entry, and we are with this one with break even, out with the break even. So we are out with the break even, and yeah, we will be so we'll look forward to have in the upcoming session further opportunity as with this NY session progressing. We could see progressive session, we could see that significant movement and waiting for the market to trend. As you can see, there was a sideways movement which happens sometime, and when the market sideways, we have to be in a sideways waiting for the market to trend. That's where you will be able to trade with the trend. So with that being said, thank you for joining this live session, guys. I hope that you understood, learned, and valuable trading education here. Coming up also tomorrow, another trading day, very important day, Friday. Last day of trading is always important. We do have the best success in the last day and first day, so I invite you to join there as well. And now going to the giveaway, don't miss out. We have our giveaway section, so like we do every day. Yesterday we had a giveaway, so let's bring it to that here. Coming to the giveaway, waiting for the keyword is gold for the giveaway, and one lucky winner will be able to join the academy. So you can have here the keyword, so Zamir Khan on the entry. So if you guys write that keyword, you can be on the giveaway, and from there we'll be taking one lucky winner to join Forex Trading Wizard Academy for lifetime. All right, so I see that here quite a few members at entry. Well done. And into the competition, where you can find we see 11 entry, entries to the giveaway. You can write gold to enter in the competition for the giveaway to the academy, where you can join the lifetime. One person writing a lot of gold. David, you guys don't spam it. Wait for everyone to enter. So you can write that keyword to so today chat was not visible here. It's weird. So we had 14 entries. Like to see that more members coming in, and the market, as you mentioned, has got a breakout from that level. is like this, guys. Trading is you can see it start to trend back from that level. We're on the giveaway, so we got 14 entries for entering into the competition. So you can write gold in live chat, so you'll get into the competition for entering in the lifetime. All right, so you get see that here found 16 members on the competition. You can write still giveaway in the live chat if you wanna win to a membership. So we found 16 entries. I'm going to choose a winner. Crazy Store, I think you are already on the academy. Overall winter. So Bruno is today's winner. Bruno. Okay. Welcome, congratulations for the winning, and you can access Forex Trading Wizard Academy everything for lifetime as a lifetime member. So to claim your winning membership, you can head on to the website. You can find link below this video and use the contact us page to let us know that you are winner with your email, and you will be able to you will be sent to your email for your giveaway coupon to join the academy. So thank you, and I'll see you again very soon, guys. After the live session again, we will be coming back with another session, and thank you for joining this live session. We'll get back to you again trading very soon with the new trade update in the VIP group, and I'll see you again there tomorrow, coming on live again to trade together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.